so now we're going to try and fight with the water to see if we can get this to work right. So what I kind of want to do is a little bit of experimentation. So let's get to some spot that's not behaving. So I believe this isn't behaving, if I recall. So what I'm thinking is if I break it from the bottom up, so if I don't use sand here, it might behave a little better. So let's first try to see like where does it not behave. So this one stops not behaving right around there. Okay, so let's try this. We're gonna put in glass there. If I remove these, does it also not behave here? Yes. Okay. We'll put glass along this whole thing, and then we're gonna see if it still doesn't behave if we remove the bottom part. So now there's no water over there because there's no way for it to get there. If we remove this, does water go over there? I don't think so. No. Okay. So we're getting. Let's get some air first. Let's remove. Let me check one thing real quick. Okay. So I'm going to remove this glass going up and see if that resolves the issue. Okay, so it did freak out here. Interesting. Okay, so if I put that back in. Huh. So that didn't work either. Well, I don't know. It's just not cooperating at all. So I guess let's try to make some. Welcome, Sky. Yeah. So it's not behaving at all. I don't understand. I don't know how to fix it. I was hoping that was going to be a solution. So I mean, I wanted the pouring water, but I guess the other option is I can actually have blue glass along the whole inside. Not what I want. It behaves some of the time. What do I have to do to make this work right? Do I need to have this exist as sand? Let's try that. And then I'll remove this and see if that works. And I'll get that sand that's on top of this. Okay. So now if I remove these, does it work? Let's see. Right. All right, let's try making this be glass, and then see if it works. I guess I have a shovel. There, now. Is it gonna pour water too? Oh, it's not. Okay, good. All right, so let's try making this be glass, and then see if that helps. So, you want to get up top. So I make this glass. Is that not where I wanted the glass? That's not really. I wanted it to be here, didn't I? Because this is going to have the same problem. Okay. So thoughts, people. The problem I'm running into is that it's pouring out when I don't want it to. So the other thing I was considering was if I pulled the whole thing out at one time using sticky pistons, that would be difficult, but would that fix the problem? Is what I was considering. Let's get some of this. Let's have less stuff in inventory. Yeah, so, how can I fix this? Yeah, how can I fix this without having to make all of the inside wall here blue glass? Because even, I mean, there's gonna be spots where I can't really do that very easily. Have you tried killing and replacing source blocks of water? I never got lucky with water, so maybe not that. Well, yeah. The problem is like it creates new infinite source blocks, so it's kind of what these blocks are supposed to be doing. So it's not putting in infinite sources here, or here. No, actually, I'm sorry. These are probably infinite sources here. Maybe. Thank you for the follow. Also, new sounds. Thank you for the follow. Drifted Meteor 57. Appreciate it. It did not show up in the top thing, so I'll have to fix my own code at some point. Surprised it didn't work. But it did show up in the upper right thing, but not in... So I guess if that sticks around, I don't really need new follower there. I can just have the other thing. Okay. All right. Learning new things. So let's adjust that a little bit. Can I make that? No, it still won't fit. Okay. Let me play with this a little bit while we're here. Okay, so you can see more of the name. And that sticks around, and that'll only show 5 things. So I can replace the new follower and move. So new follower is not working anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like this. Oh, now that took a second to update actually. That's interesting. So now it's up to 8. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, so going back to what we're doing here. You love the Clappy Basket, yeah. My tweet didn't register again. Oh yeah, so this is also So that was with Streamlabs. I don't know, or that was with StreamJar. I don't know if Streamlabs actually has the Twitter check. Interesting. So I might consider still using StreamJar for the tweet checking. I'll have to think about that. It must have it. Maybe I just don't have it turned on properly. Okay. So how can I get this stupid thing to work? I mean, so yeah. So one option is it'll take a lot of lapis and a lot of glass, but I can make this layer here be blue glass, and then all the spots where I actually want paths to go, I just need to fight with the water enough to make it work. But then generally speaking, I don't have to worry as much about it. But then we're gonna have things like, so this is the path that goes through here. So then like right here would be blue glass here and here, and so it would look. So when you're here, you'd look through and you'd see like a little bit of the glass texture, but mostly see-through. And then when you're on this side looking in, so if we could change our position. So, I mean, you can kind of tell that there's some border of it, but so if you look at how it's against that, it's not all that much. Well, so sponge, you're saying like carefully place sponge so that it does just like the right spot? Maybe. I have to like double check what the size of it is, how much it removes. And then test that, I guess. Maybe. And then it's just fragile, so if you put any blocks there, it'll update. I could try that. Let's go get a sponge. I think there should be sponge. I think at the Guardian Farm. So I'll try that out. So I'll remove the blocks. It'll do the stream in an annoying way, and then I'll figure out. I'll do some testing for the sponge, and then see if I can remove the water the way I want, and see if it updates after that or not. Maybe it'll work out. Worth a try. So yeah, so it should. Okay, so actually, while we're gonna do a couple things at once, right? Let's look at Streamlabs, because what I would like is tweets to be recognized and show up on that little thing up top. So we have event list, Yeah, they don't have tweets. Interesting. Huh. Okay, well, yeah, so I guess I don't have... This thing won't track tweets, I guess. Interesting. I could write my own, maybe. I know it wasn't what you want, but I don't think the glass wall would look... Yeah, if I have to, I can go with the glass wall. I'll try without first. But yeah, it's interesting. I feel like other people are using Streamlabs and they have tweet stuff. Maybe not. I don't know. Where's the sponge? Up here. Oh well. Yes, sponge. They're in a few different blocks. Most valuable block, rarest block in the game. That's only takes 7. I rarely die. What was that? Oh, that was the Guardians. It'd be pretty hard for me to die. Even if I fall from the very top of my base all the way down to bedrock, I think I still survive that. Interesting that my code for the latest follower thing isn't working. But the other thing is working, the goal. So I'll just change the label on that. I'll get rid of the label, I guess. Change it around. Yeah. Because I could just say, you know, weekly goal as the text that's there and then the number next to it. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for the follow. So I can test everything. Okay. Yes, so we're going to mess around with sponges. So let's find an area where we can test the space that it does. I think it's like a 5 by 5 by 5 that it does. But let's find out. So we will get a sponge. We want to have some blocks to build against to do some testing. Well, I guess we can put it just in this corner. That'll infinite spring back though, so it's not really going to help. Right? It infinite springs back? Yeah, okay. Sort of. It didn't do that. Sort of. Okay, so we want to observe how far over it affects. Maybe a bunch more, actually. Well, okay, so if we may not have to be as picky, actually. Let's remove these. And I really don't want this column here to be either. So I'm going to take that out and see if I can get away with not having it. If we're using sponges. So that made that pour there. Interesting. So maybe we do have to have that. I'll leave that in for now. And we've messed this up, but let's test some stuff. So we're gonna remove these. And then we're gonna put in sponges towards the top and see if it will subtract out what we don't want or not. I haven't messed around with sponges, so this is science, right? So if we put it here, so it has to be connected to the water for it to actually impact things. Okay, so this one still went over in a couple different spots, even after. Huh. It's weird. Huh. Like the places it chooses to like pour out is very weird to me. Alright, well I guess we've given up. I'm just gonna put a lot of glass in. But I might use these for other purposes, maybe. We'll see. I gotta make sure I actually got that up there. There we go. Okay, so we have sponges. They are here. It's so weird. This is almost right. Except, so then it's messed up right there. Huh. Let's, what, we cook these to get them empty? Let's cook these up. And then kind of look at, because, I mean, now it's almost right. Maybe it's 5 from sponge. Yeah, yeah, it could be, right. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. So here it's messed up right there. Oh, no, actually, this is an okay spot. No, it's not. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, it shouldn't be here. I'm nearly saying I'm going to put glass over all the other spots, but not quite to that point yet. Close. All right, let's grab some more sponges and do a little bit more playing with the sponges and see how that works. So if we put it, I'm worried about screwing up like the water flows, because like this is not current, or it isn't current. Actually, no, I guess it did come in here, and this isn't. This is infinite spring. This isn't like any faster movement down than here. Okay. So I guess let's put it here and see what happens. So yeah, it's still pouring over. That didn't work. Okay. That's even worse than before. Alright, what does this do? If we come up here, put some of these in. This is cooperating? Not really, it's still going here. Okay, so glass it is. Lame. So with that being said, right now we have this extra little lip here where it dips down and then goes over. We could still keep it, I guess. Because there's going to be times like here where I want this path to go up. So there's actually has to be an opening here. And I don't want signs or anything like that. So I need the water to flow properly there. So I might keep this extra lip that I added in already anyway. But we don't need some of this other stuff. I only have 5 sponges, right? So I will, for now, I will just put them in my ender chest so I don't lose them. Silk touch. So we have to put in a lot of glass. Not here, actually. Okay, I'll take 7. I grabbed 7, you said? What? Elsewhere, where? Could you be more specific? Well, thank you. I'm really nervous about what you're saying, Jujubunzi. You're saying I grabbed 7? And that I have 5 in my ender chest, and then the other ones are invisible? over the side with your first experiment. I don't know where else I could go. I don't want to lose sponges. Can you tell me where it is? I don't do a song request actually. When you were testing how big the radius was. Oh, okay. You scared me. So they're accounted for. Okay. Okay. They're not loose. Okay. Okay. All right. We're fine. We're fine. Let's put them in here too. Though. You're right. No, we're fine. We're fine. I got you. We're all good. Everything's fine. All right, let's all right, so we have that going now. I got really scared there. Slick touch. Put sportswear. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so we're just gonna put in glass. So let's go ahead and now that the sponges are safe in my chest, we want this column to go away. So we'll take this column out. And then we're just going to put in glass over the other spots. And we're going to see how that looks. If it looks horrible, then I'm going to try to figure out a plan C. So this column here is going to be glass. Going all the way up to the surface. Right here. And then this stuff is all going to be glass. Here. Search it on. Oh no. Yeah, I gotta do a song request actually. I don't think I have a command for that, but no song request. I play. If you have MonsterCat stuff that that you suggest that I add to my playlist, then I'm more than happy to get those. And I can check them out after the stream and then see if I want to add them into the playlist. But otherwise, no dice on song requests. So I'll put these in. We'll see how it looks. Okay, yeah, I got you. Right, I thought you were saying that like I had some that were loose, and then I was gonna lose some, and John was gonna be upset with me. But we're all good. All right, and then this also. So this spot here is on the corner, so I actually might not need to really worry about that one. When it's like in the corner spot, I don't really necessarily have to worry. So I think I'll leave that for now. And so I might then remove the related stuff below it. But let's I guess do this column as well. So this is this corner here. So this goes away. And I don't think it'll infinite spring, so we don't have to worry about having to re-clear everything when I'm doing this. But, okay, so then this goes here. I might have to re-sand by the actual path because of what I'm doing, but, oops. Then once I have this stuff in, I can potentially remove these if I'm going to have all that glass there. Actually, I'll leave some of that in because I'll have to fix some of this path. Oops. Okay, and then what is this water from? Yes. Okay, so we want to have glass here and this here. Just like that. And then fill in this spot here. Okay. And, oop, missed. Okay, and there. Okay. So now, That's in place. We could, in theory, take this out. Yeah. Let's do it. So then what happens up here? So this actually did an infinite spring, but it's because we also have this in. So let's take this out. And then take a look. So I did infinite spring all the way to this corner, which is what I was expecting. So assuming I'm going to leave that in, that's fine. And then I'll do the same thing here. Yeah, and that'll be fine. I'm going to have, I think, potentially a path on these blocks here. That it's going down from here. Or maybe it's actually here, these blocks. So I'll have to manage the water around where there's going to be paths that slope down from here. But, okay, so now, thank you for the follow, Legit Gamer. Okay. So, alright, so then, how does it look? We can get rid of this up to this point here. So let's remove this, quite a bit of the sand, and then we can see how that looks. I only want to remove down to the level of the platform because I still have to clear out the other side, but we can remove a bunch of this so we can see how it looks. I will have to worry about my inventory, so I'll have to probably take a bunch of the sand and put it in my shulker box. Okay, there we go. So shulker box. Grab all the sand. But yeah, if you do know stuff on MonsterCat that sounds cool and it like fits within my license, then I'd be glad to throw some more in there. I just haven't had a chance to like look through the stuff on MonsterCat to pick out like the right stuff. So if you know of some, if you shoot me a tweet with a link to it, then I can check it out. Because I can have on my YouTube and in my stream, I can have MonsterCat music, as long as it's already released. I think, like if it's not released yet, I don't know how I would even get it, but I think there's some sort of rule about whether or not it's released or not. So that's, I guess, a thing. I don't know, but otherwise I can use it. You could always retexture the glass to be invisible. Oh yeah, but I don't do that. I'm always about doing like, unless it's like a special game I've created where I want to retexture things, I go vanilla texture pack always, and that way everybody else is able to see it as the same way. So if the water won't pour in on my head anymore, I can dig out more of the bottom area to make it symmetrical. Yes. So I guess what I would say is I need more of it to be dug out, but once I have this part closer to be set up, then I'll have a better idea of like exactly, because on the bottom part I'm probably gonna have a cylinder that's cleared out to a point. So I guess for now I would say hold off on digging out. I mean, I think that probably whatever you're gonna dig is probably fine, but I don't know exactly where. Now that I have a better idea of what the pattern is like up here, as it goes down, I might change it a little bit. But I think what's already dug out is fine. But I don't know quite what the pattern is yet for everything else. And then force the texture pack on the server. Yeah, no, I like to have. I always like to style things as the regular. The only thing I would consider changing is the new wool colors are garbage. And so I was tempted to style it back to the way it was texture pack for the wools, like having them like blindingly like super bright is just not. I'm not happy about it. But then I decided that that's, things change in the game, and so I need to get used to those blocks being no longer good. Or at least get used to them, and maybe they'll be good after that. But okay, so how does this look? So that looks fine to me. So when I'm close to it, it looks decent. It's harder to see the chest, but I guess it was hard to see the chest anyway. Let's go a little further away. We don't really have a way up there anymore. Let me think about this. Okay, I guess I can go here, right? Thank you for the follow. The Force, kind of. With some letters change around. I'm going to say the Force. Welcome. Alright, so from up here, yeah, I think that'll work. We're having the glass. Okay, we'll put it in the glass. It just means I have to turn a lot of lapis into glass, but that's okay. So let's finish off this section here. So I'm gonna fill in the everything but the 3 opening, and then have to fix whatever's broken. So there's gonna be so this is actually going to be open. So we'll put a column here. And then we will put a column here. And then take out the rest. So it's going to be these 2 blocks going all the way up. So I really wanted all the water to be super cool and just like naturally flow and not infinite spring because of these certain blocks over here and there, but it's not happy about it, so we're not gonna do it that way. I might need some more sand, we'll see. So what I'm hoping is I can add, I don't have to do all 3, I can just hopefully do this column and then do the neighboring one where there's water currently pouring in, and see if that will work. Okay, so that's clear there. We're good there. Let's go ahead and remove these and hope that everything's fine. Okay, good. Awesome. Here we go. So then the path that I haven't quite finished will be here. It'll be sloping up that direction, and it'll come right into here, and then now you're inside the water area. I think that these are supposed to be filled in blocks, so hopefully that'll be okay. I don't know if I tested that, but maybe I can start building this thing. That's true. Oh, you're right. Yeah, lapis I can get from. Good point. Okay. I'm playing on PC. Playing on PC. Yeah, that's true. I can get lapis from. I didn't think about that. Yeah, lapis through iron that I get from this farm. Okay. Cool. All right, and then actually there's another column we want to remove from right here. So this one goes away. And then we said to do that around the whole thing. And so this isn't currently filling in, but it will once we remove that, I think. I think we'll be fine then. So then this part's going to be filled in here. All the way. So this actually here is where it's going to be put in. So we can do that here. And then remove the glass after the fact. Let's see, so if this is here, we actually only need to do, let me think. That's the corner that we actually don't have to fill in, because it's like the corner of the water, so we don't need to actually have it be a solid wall, like I can do. So if we see like over here, we're sort of skipping spots. Do you have a video on how to set up UHC commands? I do not. I had some videos where I was building some command block stuff, and then I have a doc that I use to like track like some of the commands that I've used before, but not all those are maybe compatible with the new stuff. All right, so then this is going to be here is where it's going to be filled in. Let's remove this sand. And it's, again, this is another spot where it has decided not to pour into my face. So I don't really understand the mechanics of why sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But we're just going to put it in the glass. There's going to be enough spots where it's not going to behave, and it's just not worth it. So then these two go away. And these go in. And this is a lot less fragile. So like the other way would have been potentially break, like if somebody accidentally places some block or something and then it starts infinite springing and pouring everywhere, This has a lot less failing points. So I guess that's worth it, right? Alright, so then this has actually not infinite springed. Oh, because of this. Let's get rid of this. Interesting. There's a sea temple. Where? Yeah, so the sea temple is where I got some of these blocks from. Well, sorry, yeah, the ocean monument. That's interesting I didn't infinite spring there. Okay, there we go. Now it's infinite spring. So maybe that's why I was behaving more, is somehow the way the water mechanics are in that spot. I don't know. But we're just going to put it in the glass. That's fine. Okay, so now let's continue this wall. So we're going to be building a wall of this stream. We can also get rid of this. And that's filled in. This is not filled in for some reason. Okay, can we grab these blocks without... Awesome. Oh, that one went away. It might be a directional thing. Yeah, it could be. It could be. I'm not really sure what the deal is. But as long as it doesn't overflow in those spots where I have openings, we can do all the rest. It'll be fine. So this can go away. This is... it's going to be open here. It's hard to tell, I guess, with all the sand in there. But we want to basically wherever there is these glass ones, except for the corners, we want to fill in. So we can skip that one. We want to fill in this. And then I'm trying to, okay, yeah, so I guess this one isn't exposed to the water yet, but we can fill this in. And then next we have, so this is going to be filled in here. So we can replace a bunch of the glass with, or the sand with glass. Okay, and then I think it turns here. So with this, so I'm skipping this and I'm putting it in here. I guess I'm gonna skip that. Yeah, okay. Nope, wrong thing. Only English, please. Only English in chat, because I don't know if somebody's swearing or not swearing or whatever. So I just, only English. All right. Pop this guy out. Good. It should not. It should not. But don't put mods, or it might. Yes, yes, English, like just like that. What? I'm not sure what you're referring to. You're referring to the water flow, the force, or the frost, maybe. All right. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Those are, okay, we're running low on glass. So we might have to make some more up there. All right, and then this can go, and we're putting it in here. And then we can take out some of the inner layers in a second, but for now we could just put in this. And then here, how far over does this go? Okay, and then it turns here. Eventually we're gonna start having water pour in our head. I don't remember if this is all solid in here yet or not. We'll find out. Okay, no water yet. Well, once we're up there next, we'll take a look. So this doesn't need to be filled in. I'm probably gonna take this out, this section right here out, actually, of this little perimeter thing. So let's build this up, and then we can check to see what. Okay, so this is almost filled in here. So let's actually go ahead and put in some of the sand that we have. We'll go ahead and just sand this section out. I could potentially use the sponges in a clever way. but then things infinite spring sometimes, and so I'm just going to use sand. And it's not enough of a space to really worry about building a contraption, I don't think. So we're going to just put in all the sand the old-fashioned way. Then we don't have to worry about the inventory space either. It's great. But yeah, so I have this project here. This is actually... so right now you're just watching me build this thing. But this is a quad iron golem farm underneath. And then there's also 4 mob farms. So like creepers and zombies and skeletons and stuff spawn in there. And then they follow their death. All their items get collected way down below. They come up through here. Go down the water chute, and then there's all those chests that you see. They're all set up on sorters, so that sorts out the items that they have amongst the proper chests. So it's a big build that I have going on here, and this is only a side project. And then I also have to, so this path that goes there, another one's going to bridge out here and then go down. Same with over there, and then I'm going to mirror that on each side eventually. I just haven't done it yet. So we'll clear out the sand that we have, and then we can start expanding some of the rest of the stuff. We can also steal some of the sand from the inner layers there now to use for filling this stuff in. Alright, good. Get rid of that, and so we're out of sand. Yeah, it's a pretty cool, it's like a cool, so down below you can kind of see it goes all the way down to bedrock, and then there's these chambers where like hostile mobs can spawn, and all the items drop down, and then they go up this item elevator. If we watch, we might be able to see an item go through. Well, yeah, okay. So there's some, looks like a skeleton has died. Bones and arrows just flew through there. I can take a quick peek. How close are the villages to each other? I don't recall exactly. I feel like they're 100 blocks apart or something. But, oh, wait, this isn't very safe. Let's light this up. This thing I got used to have more torches on it, but then water came down and took it out. So now, if we take a look, so this is where hostile mobs spawn inside there, and then they fall. So it's just like that one. They fall down, and then like that one, we just saw a zombie fall. All the items move over to the center, and they move up this item elevator. So there's a bunch of arrows and stuff traveling up all the way to the top. And then these are where the iron golems. There's one farm in that corner, one over there, one over there, one over there, and they move down these water channels up to the lava, and they die there. Items move up. So there's a bunch of different cool drops you get from all these different farms. And now I'm just sort of styling the top of it just to look pretty. All right, and then what else do we want? We wanted glass, so I have that actually up in this thing. So let's get up there, make some more blue glass. Oh, you beat me to it. Good job. Alright, so right there. Yeah, so we have some light blue glass, but we just need dark blue. So we'll do that, and then I'll grab... I think I have lapis in my ender chest. Let's get my ender chest up and running. Don't need these bones. That'll give us a little bit of inventory space. Yeah, we have some lapis. Well, thank you. And then we don't need quite as much, so we're going to go just do that much for now. And let's get over to a crafting bench. Turn this into blue glass. Actually, let's go to this one. A little bit more convenient. Blue glass, boop. So I have some more. We can work on the rest of the build over there. And then as we get sand, because we're going to be replacing sand with words. Let me think. I'm replacing sand with glass. All right. And then with the sand I can use to fill in the rest. So as we go, we can kind of cycle through the sand and then put in the glass, and that'll stop the water flow from, you know, being a big headache. Eventually this is going to run into where I don't have it cleared out yet, so I'll have to kind of monitor that. I'm sure my dog is about to freak out. She's fine. We had today we had people working on the deck, and then also cutting down trees. So there was quite a bit of commotion today. They were having a big mess, or having a big like fit over all the stuff that was going on. So I'll put this in, and then when we fill in these two, I'll grab the current sand that I have, and then just sort of throw that over in the water area over here. Yeah, there we go. Just so that once we get over to this section, we won't have problems with water pouring in from the other side. And I guess with the in terms of the sponges, I guess if you put them, if you have like a, let's say it's 5 is what it clears out, or whatever the size is, if you have like them in like certain chunks like that, then that would probably work out okay. You could probably use the sponges. I haven't really messed around with them too much, and the sand isn't, it's a small enough area that I don't have to worry about it too bad. Alright, what do we have here? Yeah, okay. So then we will go this way. So we're just doing everything but these corners. And then this I can probably clear out as well, just so we have some extra sand. Okay, there we go. Inventory is full. Great. But in a second, we'll be able to take this extra sand, because once we gets rid of these 28, we can pick up another stack. Okay, and here. Oh, we almost got rid of it. Okay, not quite. That's right. We can do... Oh yeah, we can put down the sand. And then grab that sand before it despawns. And then once we do this section here, so then the inner part of this ring is without water, and then there's water where the chests are. Then underneath that ring, I also need to manage the water there too, because there's still ocean below most of that. So I have to also do that. So we'll get there. It's a slow project. Okay, yeah, this block here we can get rid of. Don't break the glass. That one is... Oh, that was gonna pour water in. I guess not. Okay. So we want... Oh, we actually take that out. Okay, good. And then it turns. And then goes one more, looks like. Okay, now we filled this in. So we'll go here. So I think at least these two, because it turns here. So yeah, these two get filled in. Okay, there we go. And then this doesn't need to be here. Did I do this right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, and then we just pop down, grab the sand, and let's continue this path. I don't think the water is still pouring in on me quite yet. We'll see. Okay, I think we're fine. And then it goes this way. Okay, there's the water. We're gonna pour down. There we go. Okay, ride this up, and we start filling in some more of the water. Here's our time. Okay, we're doing good. All right, we can fill that in. These guys. Okay. So a lot of this, like if we're coming just along here, I don't necessarily have to fill in all of this quite yet, but I guess if I had it so it was just that, like, a 5 wide or whatever, I think I can do infinite springs, or like remove the water with the sponges, I guess. As long as it's not too wide, it shouldn't infinite spring back, I think. But then I guess I have to put it against the wall or something. I don't know. I haven't ever tried to mess around with the sponges too much. Okay. Pop back down there, grab the sand. That's stray sand. There we go. So we'll take this out. And then this way. Just waiting for water to pour in my head. Alright, oh yeah, we can still store another stack. Awesome. Yeah, so once this is all in place, then we can work on clearing out a little bit more, and then I'll probably build the platforms in this section. So I'll build it kind of as I go down. So I'll sort of style each sort of section, kind of how I feel like it should look based on the rest of it. So I'm gonna do this layer first, and then work my way down after that. How's ours? Okay. Let's go ahead and fill in the rest. So not that, but this guy gets filled in. I hadn't seen them until we did our Guardian farm, but they did seem too hard to use. Yeah, right. Oh, they didn't seem too hard to use. Gotcha. Yeah, as long as you like know how to divide things up, it can work out pretty well. All right, and then here, right? Yeah. So let's break this. All right. Boop. And then this guy goes away. And then this goes away as well. Oh, I guess we didn't get rid of that. Oh, that's right. We didn't get rid of the sand, but that's okay. What about Frost Walker and Silk Touch to remove the water? I think actually that doesn't work. I could be wrong. I have never messed with Frost Walker very much, but I believe that when it's the Frost Walker, you can't. It's not like exactly ice. I think it doesn't stick the same way that regular ice would. I could be wrong. All right. Let's get some of these blocks towards that direction, so that we can grab them easily once we get over there. So then this gets filled in. Whee. So 4th of July, I'm pretty excited about. I actually have Monday off as well. So I have to decide what exactly I want to do for. Let's see, how do I want to? I don't really want to lose those blocks. Let me put this other lapis away. These are going to be sort of trapped inside here. There we go. So this is going to be just regular glass, and the rest of that going that direction too. But I'll build this up first. But yeah, so I have Monday and Tuesday off. So I might do some streaming, or I might sort of try and catch up on some of my side projects I'm working on. So we'll see. But I'll be doing quite a bit of grilling as part of my plan. I don't have a deck anymore, but I do have my grills, still in the yard, just sitting there. And so I still might do a bunch of grilling. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna dig through my Bobby Flay grill books, and then just pick some stuff out. Enjoy it. Hopefully it's not gonna rain. I haven't looked at the forecast, so if it's gonna rain a bunch, then I guess I won't do that. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that the it doesn't do tweets. I don't think ScottyBot does tweets. Maybe. I'll have to double check. Okay, we're all out of that now. All right, so we want to go to here and work our way down. I guess I'll do this. I guess it's a little faster. Faster and less dangerous, because I'm less likely to. It removes the frosted ice, and it has no drops. Okay, alright. So maybe that'll work. Not sure. My dog's might freak out in a second. Headphone users. Somebody has returned to work on something. Okay, this is faster. Alright, now we have these. Let's fill in the rest before my inventory gets full. I guess we probably have enough lapis. And that actually, this lapis is actually from JJ Bonzig, I believe. So when you were clearing out the stuff you had... So I lost all my valuables to that shulker box incident. And then the lapis and the diamonds and stuff I have now are actually from when you were clearing out the bottom section. You put everything inside of a chest. So I claimed all that. I think that was the intent. But so I have, all that stuff is now what I'm using for like this blue glass and stuff. But I hadn't considered, although I don't actually have any more emeralds anymore. I lost all those as well. But I can get them back because with the iron, like you were saying. Alright, let's clear up more stuff. Because we have quite a bit of iron, so it wouldn't take too much to get quite a bit back. Okay. How's our time? We're almost out of time. Let's do this little row here. So it turns here. So all of this is filled in. Yes. Okay. All the way up to here. Yep. And so part of that middle part's actually going to be opened up, but for now we'll just seal it up until we actually build the rest. And then at some point I'll have to clear the sand that's on this side of this glass wall. I'm trapped. There we go. And then, okay, so then this is... Let's put in this sand here while we're thinking about it. So we're getting there. Now that I've given up on trying to make the water cooperate the way I want, and just going with blue glass, that's helped out quite a bit. Hello, parkour master. I'm not good at parkour. Definitely not good at parkour. And so, good job for you. I fall quite a bit. There's on the CTM MMO that I'm on, for the Minecraft one, Monumenta, they have a couple of different parkour challenges, and I'm not very good. I tried. Welcome, little papa. 205. Doop, boop, 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 boop. Thank you for the follow, Parkour Master. Hello, Animal Badger. Welcome. Right, Badger? Yeah. Really? 500 followers? I don't have my thing up. I will trust you. 500 followers, yeah! So that means... thank you for the follow, Little Papa, as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that I have a giveaway coming up then. Hope everyone's weekend is going well. Alright. See you, Daddy Ogiz. Oh, I'm out of sand. Okay. That was another sound. Was that for a little... Huh. I didn't notice what that was. Well, congratulations, Parkour Master. Yeah, so I'm doing a giveaway at some point for 205. Down below, I forget exactly what the amount is, but I'm doing a Steam card giveaway, and all of my followers are eligible. So you don't actually have to be at the giveaway event itself, but I'll have to schedule when that is, and I'll be giving away some cool stuff. So Steam gift cards and probably some games potentially. I mean, like games that I've already purchased that I have sort of in my inventory. I might give away. But yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah, so I guess Scody was telling me I should add the weekly goal for the followers, and I think that probably helps. All right, so that is the end of the stream. Thank you everybody for stopping by.